Hi guys, Angie Bow with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, we're gonna do some more jelly printing. I have a lot of pictures on my walls of old wall. I have a bunch of pictures on my phone of old walls and old doors. So I want to. That's where I like to get a lot of my color combinations and kind of get inspired to do this type of jelly printing, which is, for me, I'm always trying to create an old wall, an old door, an old cave. Chipped up paint, graffiti, things have been painted over, ripped off. It's aged in time, it's rusted, you know. So this is our last session, just to show you. Had some cool stuff. I love stuff like this. Doesn't look like an old wall already. And then I like to take these pieces and use them in collages. Also, on another video, I'm going to show you how to embellish. Like, I would embellish and put my creative type of writing I like to do. I'll call it creative writing I like to do. And it's like my own language I've created. And put that on there. It's like symbols, kind of like Asian writing. Except for that's a language, not symbols. But you know what I'm saying. It's kind of similar to an Asian type of writing. But I make it up myself. It's like my own personal writing. Even though I know Asian writing is its own thing, and it is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so, and I love this. Okay, so, that's what we're going for, but we're doing a different color palette. Also, I'm testing out some different paints. I want to test out these. Now, these are just cheap Dollar Tree acrylic paints, but I want to test these out and see how they work on the jelly plate. So, we're going to throw those in there. So, I have all these really cool natural colors. Okay. So, and mix with the other paints that I use. I'm also using their white too. So, all right, let's get started. Make sure that I'm in frame, and I am. Let's go. Okay. I wish I could look at my phone, because my phone has the pictures of these old walls. But anyway, I'll be good. So it's this wall that looks kind of like blue and black. It has blue, a lot of blue, like different shades of blue. Like turquoise and a lighter shade of turquoise, and just cool, just coolness. So let me see what I want to do. Okay, we'll use this. You want to see a good deal on paint? I'll show you a good deal on paint. This right here is $12.99. It's called, is this Master's Touch? I have my glasses right here. Let me see. It used to be called Master's Touch, but I think it's called something. There's two. I was getting confused with these name brands at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, it's Master's Touch. It's $12.99, but when they have their 50% off, you can get big tubs of acrylic paint like this, and it's artist grade for half price. So you're looking at $6.50. This is a great deal. So make sure you pay attention to that at Hobby Lobby. Okay, let me throw a little dark brown in here. That's what I wanted to do. I got a lot of paint on the palette right now, kind of way more than I want, but it's fine. Okay. Also, you can see that my my jelly plate is dirty. I always like leaving it dirty. You pick up all those bits from last time and you add it to your next piece. So, I love that. Oh, this is cool. To me, this looks just like the wall that I took a picture of. I love to go on Pinterest. On my Pinterest board, I have a Pinterest board just all of old walls. And I used to try to take a picture of it with my phone so I can look at it. So I take a picture of a Pinterest board of one of my a wall on my Pinterest board. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm just using these book pages to roll off onto, and they're kind of small, so I need to have a few of them. So I got a lot of paint on this. Okay, let's put this down somewhere. All right, so you know what I want to try? I don't know if this will make an impression or not. Let's just see. This was an old placemat from Dollar Tree. So we'll see if that makes a little impression. I hope it does. I want to use a lot of different things I didn't use the other day. Or just mix them up with other things. I used a lot of the same stuff last time. So these are all, this is another piece of placemat that I got from Daiso. This is another placemat that I got from, I think Daiso also. I think it might be part of that same placemat. And then my favorite placemat from Dollar Tree that I have. So I got a lot of different pieces on here. And also let's use my block, and we'll use that side right there. Isn't this cool? This is a block from, it's a texturizing block for like mixed media, I guess. It's Stampendous. This thing was regularly $13.99, and then it says $3. I paid probably $1 for it at a garage sale. What kind of garage sale? I'm trying to think of the kind of garage sale. Just a minute. A craft garage sale that I went to. I know, which sounds weird, but I went to a craft garage sale. What's a couple of those? Okay, so let's put some paper over all of this. Put some paper here. And let's roll down. And we might possibly catch paint on here. But I'm not really concerned about catching paint on the paper, because all my pieces are pretty thick. I just want to roll all my pieces I have down here and get the imprint into the jelly plate. Let's try to make sure we really get this imprinted, because it's kind of thick right here. Okay, I think we got enough of it in there. Oh, cool! We got some nice imprint from this. See, the paint's on there. Awesome. All right. Let's put our papers back down here. Let's get some good stuff on here. Yeah, I need to connect my Pinterest board. My Pinterest board's pretty cool. I need to connect that onto, I am in my subscription box. I have a ton of different things you can go to. My Etsy shop, my eBay, my Etsy shop, my Facebook, my Instagram. I need to put my Pinterest on there. I'll add that onto the bottom. Oh, look how cool. Oh, I love this. Isn't that cool? All right, let's lift this up. Oh, love this. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Oh, and let me show you what I create with these. I showed the other day, but I'll show again. These are what I like to create. Hopefully I find them. Oh, they're right there. Okay, just a second. I'm going to get up real quick out of my chair. I take these. I also will do it in a altered book, which I'm about to set. I just took out a bunch of pages, and we'll be redoing this book so we can do this type of art in a book too. Okay? But this is the type of art. This is done on a board, like a block like this. I picked these up for 50 cents. So I'm trying to create old walls, old doors, that whole look. And I'm doing on little pieces of canvas board, wrapped canvas board that I get from Dollar Tree. Aren't these fabulous? So this is the kind of stuff I'm doing with all of my jelly prints. Also, I mix book pages, and I coffee stain them. Book pages, music note pages, whatever type of cool paper I can get that has cool stuff on it. Also, I use scrapbook paper, so a lot of different things. Old letters, or even scrapbook paper that looks like old letters, and then Tim Holtz stain it or coffee stain it. Okay, now you guys see what I'm talking about. And this is my language that I like to write. See, this is what I was talking about. That's more of my language. It's more like a symbol. But my language I like to use, like my made-up language, my creative language, creative writing, is like this right here. See? Like this. So, we'll be doing some of that today on the Gelli plate. I know that sounds crazy, but we'll be doing that in a second. Okay, moving on. That color's kind of intense right there. Let's mix a little brown on top of that. There we go. And let's throw a little turquoise in here. I'm gonna throw a little bit brighter turquoise. What the hell? I hate that. Oh, where's a pokey tool when you need a pokey tool? Do I see one? No. All right, let's just pour it. You know what? I don't want to put, I'm going to put that dark there. And then let's put a really light, sagey, turquoisey color. Okay. There we go. Oh, this is looking interesting. All right. Throw this to the ground. I just chuck all of my my Gelli prints to the ground. Just a second. I need to put some paper out here or some book pages. Ooh, that looks cool. Look how cool that looks. I'm calling that one done. I like that. And do like a little symbol on that. That'd be cool. Oh, I just threw it on the ground and hit the wet side. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's put some stuff on here. I don't want this whole thing on here. I'm using this right here. It's like the mat that you put in your cupboards. It's that. I don't even know I have that in here. Okay. Let's do a piece of a placemat. I just love doing all these different things. Let's put this placemat on here. A little piece of a placemat. Always be looking at Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, for different things like different placemats or plastic doilies. This is a plastic doily more than a placemat. And when you do that, you're going to find really cool, interesting textures that you can use in your artwork. All right, just a second. I got to get a baby wipe. And thank you for all you guys commenting last time. I said if you guys wanted me to just maybe put on music and you can just watch it to music, or do you want me to talk? And most of you said, no, girl, we want you to be talking. So I'm like, okay. So I'll do the old school talking. I will not be putting on the music. I guess that is better anyway too, because then you can explain yourself. Because then otherwise people have a million questions like, why'd you do that? What are you using? What product are you using? Why are you doing it that way? And at least this way I can explain myself. Okay. This is some old calligraphy paper that I'm doing right here. This right here is calligraphy paper like beige type of calligraphy paper. This is some thinner type of calligraphy paper that you use with like an Asian, those big fat Asian brushes I get from Daiso. Okay, so let's pick up all this. We got some cool designs in there. Let's put this here. Then we'll take this other one that we had here. Something left over on it. All right. All right, pull that up and see what we get. Oh, these are cool. I need to hit one more printing on this. Maybe I'll kind of pick up. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that cool? Even if I only tear this and use this little area in here and tear that, I absolutely love it. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to reprint over that because I love this and I love that, so I can tear this up and use it in my collages. Love it. That turned out cool, because if I print over that again and I like it, it's going to change it. So if you do like something, just pull it and leave it and don't go back over it again. If you don't like it, you know, go back over it with your jelly plate again. Ooh, cool. Ooh, look at that. Obsessed. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Let me see if I can bring that up closer. Isn't that cool? Love it. Doesn't that look like an old wall, an old cave? Love it. God, that's cool. So all these different pieces that I put on the jelly plate, all I'm doing is I'm gonna just leave whatever's on here. I'm not gonna add a design. I just want to pull stuff up off this plate and see what we get. I'm not gonna put a design in. I'm just gonna pull this plate. I was going somewhere with what I was saying and I just forgot what the hell I was saying. Oh well, sometimes that happens. That's what happens when you've been on YouTube for so long. You forget your train of thought. You don't even care. You're just like, oh, all right, I forgot. Or when I first started, I'd be all stressed if I forgot something. I'm like, oh my God, you did not just do that. Now I'm like, whatever. All right. So, let's see if I can't get these papers. All right, there we go. All right, let's go again. And this time I'm not going to put any design in the, I'm not going to put any design in the plate. I'm just going to pick up what's there. And sometimes when you do that, that turns out just as cool too. You just pick up whatever's on the plate, whatever design's left on the plate. You get all these bits. So we'll see how cool this turns out. All right. Here we go. Let's pick up this. What else do I have over here? I have so many different types of paper. Let's do some deli paper. The deli paper almost looks like a calligraphy paper, but it has a different texture to it. It's more like a wax paper. It's like the stuff that you use when you go to the deli, and they I think they use it in between the meat so they don't, kind of divide the meat up, I think, something like that. Anyway, they use it in the deli. And you can buy it at Sam's Club in the section where you buy the foil and all that. And you get a lot. You get like 500 sheets for like $8. So it's a good deal. Sometimes it's hard to spend that $8, but not for me anymore. If it's for mixed media and it's a good deal, I do it. But it's $8. You're getting 500 sheets. So I've never finished off a thing yet of it. So I have the same one that I've been using for the last 5 years. Oh, look how cool that is. Isn't that cool? Love it. Oh, very cool. Look at this. See the cool designs you get? It's just so cool. So cool. I'm gonna take and go really light and do mostly white on here and pull up what we can. Add just a tiny bit of brown, mostly white. And let's try to pull up. There's still more bits and design on here, so let's just try to pull that up. Whatever's left on here. We'll use this. Well, we only had half of it done. We'll use this. And there's a little bit on the side left here, and I still have a little bit on the side here. So we'll just go like this and pick up whatever's left over here. So the next video I'm going to do is embellishing some of these with my creative writing, maybe with some different stenciling or stamping. So maybe use some distress inks to embellish. We'll start embellishing some pages. And then after that, I want to do a video on how to make stamps, like vintage looking stamps with the leftover scrap pieces, the leftover pieces of jelly prints and just all your leftovers. I'll show you how to make some cool stamps. That looks cool. Love it. Okay. Throw that down on the ground. And I had some people saying that, you know, they have a jelly plate and they're a little bit scared or intimidated about, not scared, but just intimidated about getting it out. You guys, I just leave my jelly plate out right beside me. And if I feel like I need a certain look or certain colors, I just bust out my jelly plate and make a couple prints real quick. So you guys, don't be even worried about it. See how easy it is? Just get your jelly plate out and leave it out. Always leave it out like on the side somewhere. Like how you leave your cutter out or your scoreboard. Just always have it out. Ready to go. I want to do, here are some. I want to do some index cards. You can also do, use index cards in your work, like I just showed you. You can also use index cards and make cool stuff and then put other cool stuff on top of it and make little art cards. So I just want to do a few of those too. So, okay, so let's do this turk. Oh, shoot. Can't believe that just went on, almost went on my damn ring. Oh, I'd be mad. And that was weird because it's off my ring now. That was weird because it just flicked back right on my ring. Anyway, it's fine. I got it off. Saved by a baby wipe. Let me grab another couple baby wipes out of here. My ring was saved by a baby wipe. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this color. Let's do this. I want to try a taupey color. I have a bunch of taupey weird colors over here. Try this taupey color. I also want to do some things where you take your after you embellish a page, one of your prints, one of your jelly prints, you can also glaze, and you can glaze with like anything that's translucent, like gold or like a pearl. Like these, I believe, are pretty translucent. They have some folk art ones that are translucent, and it just puts like a clear glaze over it. But it'll be a gold or a silver like glaze, and it'll be very you know, sparkly. So we'll do that video next. Well, actually, I think my next video, oh, I wanted to put a little, no, I don't. My next video, I want to do,
I don't know that.
Alexa off. My next video, I actually want to do a DIY, so. A fall DIY. So, intermixed with all my mixed media and my painting will be some DIYs. Usually with Dollar Tree products, because I'm obsessed with Dollar Tree, and I love crafting, and I love like crafting for the season. It just makes the season more fun when you craft for the season. Don't you think? Okay. What am I doing? Let's just put that there. Okay. And we will use some, let's use deli paper again. Deli paper also, when you throw them in a collage, it collages down really nice. It becomes a part of the canvas or your art journal, whatever you're doing it in. Oh, okay. Let go. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go, and here we go. Let's, for one, we're gonna do a couple of these cards. So let's do a card there, a card here. Because I was gonna do a project with, what the hell's her name? I always forget her name. It's gonna come to me. I don't know why I forget her name all the time. People yelled at me last time when I forgot her name, but then I remembered it. Like, it'll come to me in a second. She did a Rolodex where she filled up a Rolodex, and she started out with putting her cards on the jelly plate, and that was her base. Sometimes she just left them as is. Sometimes she embellished them. Sometimes she collaged. She used that as a base and collaged over them. So I'll try to throw some index cards on here so I can do that kind of a project if I want to. You know, I found the Rolodex finally at a thrift store. I hope I didn't throw it away because I hadn't done the project and I kept saying I was going to, and I wanted to, I was just sometimes you get in the mood to just throw stuff out, and I was in my craft room my art studio redoing my art studio like a month ago, and I just started throwing so much crap out. Anyway, hopefully I can throw it away. I get in that mode where I just want to throw everything away. Not everything, but I just want to get rid of crap. Okay, now this is pretty cool, but it's not enough for me. So this is a great page, a good starter, and we'll do more on top of it. I do kind of like it right here, but I want more on there. These are cool, and I still want more, so we'll redo all these. But that's cool. Okay, I went really light, and I wanted to see what we would get. You get something really light. Okay. And sometimes I use chalk paints by Folk Art. This is like a putty color, so I'm going to use the putty color. I'm going to use, oh, and I wanted to say I'm liking the acrylic paints from Dollar Tree. And make sure you get the acrylic paints, and then they're not the tempera. You don't want tempera paints. If anything, you want the acrylic. Ooh, let's throw this blue. I haven't done this blue yet. I've been meaning to. That's what I wanted to do, was something like this. And I'm over there talking to myself. Alright, I already know the color combination for my next pull. I haven't even done this one yet. Okay, here we go. You know what, I can already see that I need to have some type of a turquoise in here. Okay. There we go. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, if I wouldn't have added that turquoisey color next to that blue, that would have been, I don't know. I wouldn't have liked it. Okay, so let's put some design in here. Let me go into my bag of tricks over here. This is a piece of lace. Just a piece of lace that I cut out. Let me see what else I got going on here. I'll tell you what I got going on here is I have a damn mess is what I have. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is a doily. You get this doily from Dollar Tree. Nice little piece there. And another little doily piece. And we will use our block to put some texture in. You know what'd be kind of cool is I need to do that. Use this whole thing, all the different textures on this block, on this texture block. That'd be cool. All right, so let's do it again. Okay, let's take the pieces off. And that's what was on there from before, remember? So it's nice to just go back over a piece if you didn't get what you wanted the first time. Now you have some information on there, and you can just add to it, and it really makes for a cool print when you do a second pull on the same piece. That's cool. Like that. All right, here we go. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Let me bring it up closer so you can see the texture and stuff in it. Isn't that gorgeous? That's really, really pretty. I really like that. Gorgeous. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a little quiet. I'm focusing. I'm focusing on getting too much damn paint on my palette, but it's all right. All right. You know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna add a little bit of a hopefully I can find it. I want to add a little bit of a like a gold gloss. If I can find the damn thing. Okay, here we go. This folk art right here, metallic Inca gold. Let's add a little bit of that. And we'll just put that like right on top of something, like on top of here. On top of whatever. That's gonna look cool. This really looks like an old door I was just looking at on my phone that I took the picture. There's all different shades of blue. It was a chipped up door that was blue, but it was all chipped up. There was brown running through it. It was just cool. Just really cool. All right, let's use this piece of lace again. Let's use this cool placemat. And that's about it right there. I'll use this piece again that kind of got some print on it. And start a new piece. Start that piece. Okay. You can also just use printer paper. Printer paper works out great too. You can use whatever you want. I never use onion skin, but I want to get my hands on some onion skin paper. I've always heard how awesome onion skin is, so I do want to try that. And I just go right over this again just to make sure that the impression is in there. All right, let's take that off. Let's put this on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Jesus. Some jerk speeding down my neighborhood on a stupid motorcycle. Look how cool that is. Ah, I absolutely love this. Phenomenal. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's do a couple more pulls. How much time have we been on here for? You guys, it's addicting. You could just keep doing this forever. I'm serious. It's so fun. So addicting. I'm gonna do brown here. brown here and brown here. What else do I want to do? Let's do white. I'm using the Dollar Tree acrylic white. Let's do some white there. Let's do some gold. And it's just kind of cool to do the gold because this is very translucent. You get a really cool shimmer. And we're going to do a very light, I don't know, sagey foam green to give it like a moss look maybe. I don't know. We'll soon find out. Oh, I like it. Isn't that funny? I can tell if I like it or not right when I roll it out. I'm like, oh. Well, at least I like it on the rollout. Okay. I need to... Alright, let's get rid of all of this. Put that on the ground. Alright, so let's do... I'm going to do this right here. This is a, from Dollar Tree. It's a stencil. So let's just throw that right there. I grabbed it and I'm like, you know, I need to use that. Who gifted me that? The Duchess. She gifted me that. And it's on a little round thing where you go like this, but I cut it. So these are the edges of a placemat, I think. And I think they're the edges of this placemat right here that I just put down. And what else do we want to do? And let's just put this on to cover whatever else isn't covered. There we go. And we'll use some deli paper. And we'll use this. Okay. Here we're just going over these pieces to get the impression into the jelly plate. Okay. Very cool. Let's take all this off. Cool. I have a lot of stuff in there. All right, so let's put this on. See what we get. Oh, you know what? I didn't take this up. I was like going, why is it not sticking to the plate? That stencil was the same color as my jelly plate. Okay. There we go. You know, this is good for a first pull. See? I'm trying to think if I like this, because this could be torn up, could look really, really cool. You know what? Now that I look at it, I'm liking the subtleties on it. All right, let me show you up close what I'm talking about. See how it's kind of subtle? But there's a lot of good information. I love that. I love that. That looks like an old wall where a lot of water's dripped. So there's some of that sagey green coming up in the brown. There's some gold in there. See? So sometimes the ones that aren't like bam in your face. It can be really, really cool. So yeah, I like this. So kind of mix things up. Don't always make everything the same. Really try to mix things up. All right, this is my last pull with you guys. My next video I want to do embellishing the pages. I think that'll be fun. Let's put a little black in here. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. Let's roll this off. All right, so let's lay some stuff on here. Okay, and then we'll lay this on here. There we go. All right, I'm not even gonna worry about putting a piece of paper on top. A lot of times we don't get anything because my pieces are really thick that I'm working with, their placemats or their doilies. So we're just gonna make sure we get this design imprinted good into the plate. Okay. Perfect. Yay. All right, so let's use this paper here. Okay, we'll use a piece of deli paper. Found my little poker tool. It was, I guess it's magnetic like my iPad is, a certain spot of it. It was stuck to that. Okay, here we go. Oh, love that. Cool. Check that out. Beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm not even going to print on this. I'll just use this piece here and tear that up and put it into a collage. I like it. Oh, I like this. This is really, really cool. Look at that. Look how much magical yumminess is in that. Phenomenal. You know what? Let me see if I can show you guys one more thing. I need to do that. I want to make some paper that looks like leather. Black leather and brown leather. So let me show you. You can take like a paper bag. I think this is just some of this type of stuff, like a paper bag type of paper that I already had. So you want to take a piece of that. Let me just cut some of this up really quickly. So it can fit on the jelly plate. This was some paper that I had. It looks like the paper, it's that, you know, paper bag stuff. I had it left from something. I'm not really sure. Okay. Just a second, I'm just cutting it up real quick so it'll fit on the jelly plate. But I want to turn it into, so it looks like leather. Black leather and brown leather. So I don't have any because I've been using it on my, in my collages. Okay, so let's do the black first. So you take your paper and just crumble it. This is so you can get that old leather look. Okay, so do some crumbling. I'm crumbling it up right now. Might have even helped if I would have wet it, because it would crumble better, but this is good enough. So now we got crumbled paper, right? So this is good. Now it'll look like, I want it to look like an old piece of leather, right? So let's just do black first. Or no, wait, let me think. Let me do brown. I want to do a mixture of brown and a mixture of like a rusty color. Those two together I think will be perfect. Oh, I didn't put, I wanted it to be a darker brown. You know, let me scoop this off of here. You don't see me do this very often, but I want it to be I want it to be a really dark brown. So let's take that off. I want to take these off. I want it to be, all right. I want it to be like a burnt umber brown. Okay. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I wanted to show you guys this last time and I forgot, so I'm glad I remembered. And I need some paper that looks like leather to put into my collages. So I'm glad that I did this. In fact, I'm going to show you a black one, and then I got something else to show you too. So we're going to go a little longer today because I got a couple other things I want to show. Okay. So we already got our texture on here, right? Because we crumbled it. So I don't need to put any design in there. We're going to use the crumbled paper bag as our design. Okay. I'm going to wet this. I'm wetting the paper bag a little bit. It just crumbles a little easier if it's really thick. And this is really thick, yeah. Just misting it just helps it crumble a little bit better. A little bit, it helps a lot. Just misting it, not a big soaking or anything. Because I'll put that right here on this side. Okay. All right. Look how cool this looks. And I'll even probably wrinkle it up a little bit more, but look how cool that looks. I'll wrinkle it a little bit more, but look how cool that looks. I'm gonna let it dry. Oh, I love this. You guys, you know what? Don't wet your paper because it interferes with your wrinkles. Because see how cool this looks? See, that looks better that I didn't wet it. But look how cool that is. So that looks like a piece of old leather. And you create it on your jelly plate. Isn't that fabulous? So I mixed like a rusty brown together, like a red oxide, with a dark, dark brown, like a burnt umber, on a paper bag. Very cool. I'm going to pick up some more stuff here on this side. Just see what we can get off here. Cool. cool. So I'm gonna leave this piece. This is cool. This is like a little scraggler. Love it. So now we have a nice brown piece of leather, right, out of a paper bag. Before I do my black one, I need to clean up this plate. So let's clean up the plate with white. White and a little bit of this, you know what, a putty color would look good. And we're going to pick up whatever's left on this plate. Won't put any design in it, we'll just do what's left over before we do the black. Also, I want to show you something else we can do. This is that creative writing that I was telling you about, writing in your own little language. You can do it on your jelly plates, but you can also do it on your jelly plate. So let me show you that. Okay, so this is some ink, just ink like this. I got this from Daiso for $1.50 or 99 cents, which is a great deal. And you can use the Asian type of brushes, or you can just use a nice pointed brush, which we're going to use. Okay, we'll use this. Or you can use a brush just like this. It's kind of pointed. I was going to maybe use something a little bit smaller, but it's fine. All right, you guys, just a second. I'm going to have to bang on this jar. Sorry. It's a glass jar, so hopefully I didn't break it. Got it open. Okay. Sorry about that. That was annoying. I know that. So anyway, I keep my ink in this jar. So, and I'm just using a brush like this. You can use a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger. You can also use like an Asian brush, like one of these type of Asian brushes. Okay. You can use even a small, really small brush like that, like a liner brush. So what I do to create my own language is Robin McClendon. That's who I saw doing this. And that's where I got the idea. It just comes out of her head. Well, I was thinking, how do you just make up your own language? So what I do is I take an A and I deform the A. I may take a B, make a B, but then I deform it. See? And throw some lines in it. Now it's like my own language. This is a D, but look, see what I'm doing? We'll do a backwards E. Put a couple lines in it. You can't even tell. We'll do an F. Throw some lines in there. Can't even tell it's an F now. See what I'm saying? Do an L and then throw some lines in there. We'll do an H, but throw several lines. We'll do an O, the cross, and then let's just throw some crosses in here because I love crosses. Okay. Now in the center here, I want to put a big like symbol. Like, you know how like a big look, like an Asian looking symbol, but it's gonna be my own language. So I am gonna use that Asian calligraphy brush. You don't have to use this brush. You can still use that same brush I was just using. I just want to show you something else. So I got this brush. This brush does go really, really fat with whatever you're doing. So I'm just going to start just whatever comes to my mind for the symbol is what I'm going to do. And that's what came to my mind right there. There we go. And that's what came out of my head. Okay, so that's the symbol. So that's what I'm talking about, making up your own writing, your own creative writing. And then making your own little symbols, just whatever your hand does with the brush for the symbol. But what I did is, like I said, I would make an A and then I'll deform the A. So you can't tell it's an A anymore. But it gives my hand and my brain a direction to go in. So anyway, all right, so let's take this and do it on some deli paper. Okay. And we'll take another piece of deli paper. Put that right here. I've been wanting to show you this for a while too. Writing right onto the jelly plate. I seen Robin McClendon do it and I was like, oh, that is so cool. Okay. This is cool. This is just what was on the side right there, which is cool. And that'll be good for another piece. But let's pull the main thing up. Oh, this is cool. Look how cool that is. Love it. And it's cool because I only have like half of the letters on here. So now it even looks like something different. Oh. Isn't that cool? That looks like some old wall that's been chipped up, painted up with some type of symbols on there. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so we'll leave that to dry. Now let's do the old piece of black leather and then we'll be done. So we'll do this piece here. Let's wrinkle this up. And like I said, don't wet it. You get like deeper wrinkles if you don't wet it. The wetness kind of loosened up the wrinkles. I kind of forgot it. I haven't done this for a little while. Okay. There we go. And let's do another piece. How long have we been on here today? Let me look at the time. Okay, we're at an hour, so that's good. Oh, excuse me. I'm just crumbling up the paper. Getting some good wrinkles. So now we're going to create old black leather. So an old black leather, whatever. Just a nice big piece of black leather. So let's put our, and I'm going to use the acrylic paint from Dollar Tree. I always wanted to try that paint. I mean, look at this. For $1, you get a lot of paint. So for the jelly plate, this might have been good. And you know what? I like it. It's working out good. And what's cool is we're probably going to pick up some other stuff too. Guarantee you we're going to pick up some other stuff, so it's going to be cool. Okay. And I save all these pieces, all these ones that I've rolled off onto. I save them all, and we use all that stuff too. Okay, so let's do the paper bag and make some leather. Okay, and we'll do the second paper bag right here. All right, so let's roll it. Roll it. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, look how cool. Doesn't it look like an old piece of leather? Fabulous. And then look at this. That looks like an old piece of leather. I love it. But even that bluish stuff on there kind of looks like maybe it got a little bit molded or something. And there's a little bit of brown coming through. So that's the kind of stuff that came off the plate. And nothing's wrong with any of that. But look how that looks like an old piece of leather. Love it. Love it. So what we're going to do is we're done for today. We're going to leave all this information on the plate for the next session. But come back because we're going to embellish all those jelly prints. Not all of them, but some of them. Some of them that I want to embellish. The ones that where I feel like it needs more to it, we'll embellish. We'll embellish with the Tim Holtz inks. We'll embellish with my creative writing. We'll embellish with stamps. We'll embellish, you know, with whatever. We may even throw some cool washi tape that looks very, you know, cool and funky washi tape. Not normal washi tape. Like stuff like this. Okay? Cool stuff. So, that's what you guys can look forward to on the next video. I hope you guys liked all this. I hope you liked this session again. I just thought I'll turn the camera back on because I wanted to play with these colors that I had seen on this old, was it an old door? I think it was an old door. I had taken a picture of it, so I had to get back on my jelly plate and do some more pulls. Okay, you guys, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Come join our group called Our Magical Little Place. If you're an artist, a crafter, a knitter, a spinner, whatever, you can come share your artwork, okay? It's a safe place. All right, you guys, that is it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!